So, I mean, this president has, his approach has now allowed anti-Semitism to foster. These presidencies at universities, they've allowed it to some of the professors. I mean, think about it. They're allowing people to just be against somebody because they're Jewish. All right. I've got a quote right here. Let me just read it to you. First, they came for the communists, but I was not a communist, so I did not speak up. Then they came for the socialists and the trade union, but I was neither, so I did not speak up. Then they came for the Jews, but I was not a Jew, so I did not speak up. When they came for me, there was no one left to speak for me. That's what's going on in this country right now. They've targeted Jews first, but they're really targeting all of us. They're targeting the American way of life. They don't believe in our way of life. They want to destroy our way of life. And what this president's doing is all of his actions are basically destroying your opportunity. It's disgusting what Biden's doing.
And what about, like I mentioned, Senator Schumer? He's
calling out Netanyahu.
American, but
yeah, Schumer calls out Netanyahu, the only democracy in the Middle East. Okay, a vibrant democracy, one of America's greatest allies, and he says they need to get rid of their prime minister. No, we need to get a new majority leader. Is what we need. We need to get somebody that's going to be pro-Israel, anti-Hamas, anti-Iran, anti our enemies that want to destroy our way of life. Schumer's part of the group that this bill that passed, the Schumer-McConnell bill, said, we're going to make sure Biden has money to bring more people into this country unvetted. Biden's going to have more money to give to Gazans, which goes directly to Hamas. But there's no obligation for Biden to give the money to Israel. And by the way, Schumer and McConnell together teamed up to say, we're not going to do anything for Israel unless we get the Ukraine money we want.
What does that say about McConnell?
Well, I mean, I'm extremely disappointed. I mean, everything's gotten passed up here in the last 3.5 years. McConnell has supported all the Biden stuff.
But he's been somewhat pro-Israel, or do you think he's been kind of like playing both sides?
All I know is that Chuck Schumer said that he and McConnell had a pact that they were not going to do Israel without doing Ukraine.
And that, in essence, from what I understand, is something as a measure it's a move against Israel, because if they're not going to fund Ukraine, the collateral damage is not funding Israel.
Yeah. On top of that, the funding for Ukraine, what frustrates me is on Ukraine. I want Ukraine to win. I want Russia to lose. But I'm not paying for the politicians' salaries in Ukraine. I'm not doing something in Ukraine to help secure the border without securing our border. There was nothing in the bill to secure our border. Absolutely nothing.
And what do you make of the going back to what Biden said about pulling the military aid? Congressman Corey Mills just filed a resolution to impeach. Right? He said he thinks it's an impeachable offense what he's doing, pulling money that's already been allocated by the U.S. Congress to Israel. How do you feel about it? Is that an impeachable?
I think there's so many reasons to impeach Biden. I mean, it's a whole list.
And why hasn't it been done? Why do you think?
No, it comes through the House.
And then it comes to you guys.
Yeah. But, look, what we know, we watched with Mayorkas. He was rightfully impeached. He's lied to Congress. He's lied to me. Mayorkas has intentionally not complied with the law. He's, opened the border completely. And Chuck Schumer doesn't care what the Constitution says, that we're supposed to have a trial. Just dismissed it.
And was there any pushback from Republicans, or was there anything you guys can do?
We tried, but anyway, they have the votes, and so they just said we don't care about the Constitution. Democrats don't care about the Constitution. They care about power. Biden and Schumer, Democrats, all they care about is power.